want to tell you a little story about a girl I was dating in high school. It was my senior year of high school, and I went out to her parents' house to meet her parents for the very first time. And so anyways, I got to know her parents and had dinner out there and had a nice time. And then on the way home, I had to back out of their driveway. See, when I got to their house, I didn't get there during the daylight. I got there at night, so I couldn't see around very good. So I wanted to go ahead and just back out the way I came. Well, I backed out of her driveway a little bit too fast because I backed clear across the road and ended up in the ditch on the other side of the road. My very first time out to somebody else's house, dating this gal, and I meet her parents and I end up in the ditch on the other side of their driveway. At first I'm like, there is no way I am going to go knock on their door and have them help pull me out of this ditch. So I got my jack out, I got all these things, and I tried to wedge it and force it. And here the back tires of my vehicle are hanging over into the ditch. And I think to myself, man, I'm going to have to go and knock on their door and get them to pull me out of the ditch. So I swallow my pride and I go and knock on the door. And it's been probably a good half hour because, like I said, I tried to get out myself. And I got them out of bed. They were already in bed, ready for sleeping. I got them out of bed and they helped me pull the vehicle out of the ditch. And I thought to myself, you know what? I am never coming back out to this place. That was so embarrassing, so humiliating. And I said, you know what? My plans were that I was never going to go back out to that house. You know, in the Bible, there was a person, his name was Jacob, and he also made plans. He told this one guy that he was going to work for 7 years for his daughter's hand in marriage. And her name was Rachel. And he did. He worked for 7 years and worked and worked and worked. In Genesis 29, it talks about this whole story. Well, anyways, what happened was on the night of his wedding, this guy snuck his older daughter into the wedding chamber. And that next morning, Jacob woke up and he realized that he had a different wife with him than he originally planned. And then all of a sudden he goes to the thing and says, what have you done to me? Why have you deceived me? Did I not work for 7 years for Rachel? And he was like, you know what? Just work for another 7 years for me, and I will also give you Rachel right now as your wife. And you know what? It's an interesting story because Jacob himself was a deceiver. And the deceiver became deceived. Because Jacob made these plans and he thought to himself, you know what? My plans are going to be great. I'm going to marry Rachel. I'm going to, do all these things, and I'm going to raise my own family, my own legacy, and all these blessings of my, forefathers, Abraham, are going to be on me, and it's going to be great. And he made all these plans, but his plans didn't quite unfold the way he thought it would. Well, you know that gal I was dating in high school, or I went out to her house, and her parents had to pull me out of the ditch, and I swore that I made plans that I would never go back out to that house. Well, now I've been married to that gal for over 20 years, and I've been back out to that house many a times. In life, sometimes life doesn't quite go the way we originally planned, and sometimes it makes us, work an extra 7 years, for the original plans we had, or it just makes us swallow our pride and do all kinds of different things. But in life, no matter what twists and turns we may go through, we need to understand that God's always with us. God is never going to leave us nor forsake us. He loves us. He cares for us. And whether our plans succeed or whether our plans fail, neither matters because our God is always with us. God bless you, and this has been the Heart of Devotion.